Hello, James. Thank you for being here. Let me introduce ourselves. I'm Gino and he's Alejandro. We are from Spain, both, and we are here for Espacio Marvelita, the Spanish website about Marvel comics and
Great.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, of course. And well, we are here to make you an interview. So please interrupt us everything you want. So no problem about that. Okay.
Great. I'll interrupt you lots.
Yeah. The first one. Guardians of the Galaxy was not only a huge success in the Marvel Universe, but also a success of film itself.
Yeah.
And it seems that Volume 2 is going to follow that way. Is this fact adding more pressure in the future of the Guardians?
Is it, I'm sorry, what's the last part of that question?
Yeah, if you feel more pressure in the future beyond, maybe in Guardians 3?
Right now, I'll tell you, Volume 2, I felt a lot less pressure than on Volume 1, simply because people wanted to see the movie, The first one, I was very scared that no one was going to see it, and so that takes off a lot of pressure. I think Volume 3 is there's probably going to be some pressure there, because it's going to be completing the trilogy. And telling one, story, among all three movies. But I'm excited to move forward and just, discover what we can there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, speaking about the main theme of that movie, when you were writing the script of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, did you have in mind that who was going to be the Peter's father?
Oh, when I was writing 1?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I knew, like, from the moment of the beginning of the movie, I basically knew the story of Peter Quill and his father, of Meredith Quill and Peter's father, and came to that from pretty early on before I started shooting the first movie.
Mm-hmm. And what do you decide to change the King of Spartax for Ego, exactly?
Because I don't like that character very much, and but also because there's something about it, he's just like a king. It's just too Star Wars, too much of that royal family thing, and I like the idea of things in Guardians being very cosmic, and Peter Quill having this part of him that is incredibly cosmic. He's a part celestial, and being able to incorporate that into the story. There's something special and magical about him, but it isn't a royal thing. It's a cosmic thing.
Yeah. Well, when I saw the first movie and Meredith told her father is a being of pure light.
Yeah.
I thought it would be Captain Marvel or something like that.
Yes, yeah, a lot of people thought that.
Yeah,
I got a
yeah.
lot of, It's funny because it was so fun to read the websites and the blogs, because they would try to guess who Peter Quill's father was.
We are betting.
And no one ever guessed Ego. I mean, I think there was one time one person said in their giant list of characters, they said Ego, the Living Planet, and they were like, aha, just kidding. Even James Gunn isn't that crazy, but James Gunn was that.
For you.
Yeah, I was that crazy. Yeah.
I want to know, Nathan Fillion had a very little scene in the movie, but it was cut.
No, he was never in the movie.
No, in the final.
Never shot. I shot some. I did some movie posters with Simon Williams, who is Wonder Man. So Wonder Man, Simon Williams, and I did a bunch of different fun movie posters. I'm gonna try to release online some point. But I had those movie posters on the wall. That's all that I ever had with Nathan Fillion. But people saw those movie posters on the street. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, it says that Nathan Fillion on IMDb is one of the stars of Guardians of the Galaxy. And I didn't want to start going out there and saying he wasn't in the movie, but he was never in the movie.
But everyone is asking for it. So do you think that he will have a role in any Marvel movie?
I've been working hard on trying to get Wonder Man's part to be bigger in the Marvel Universe, because I like Wonder Man a lot as a character, but I also like Nathan Fillion is one of my best friends, so I want to give him a job. His TV show is canceled, so he needs work. Yeah, he's poor. He's been standing out on the side of the highway with a cup getting money. So.
Well, the Guardians, I think, are your toys.
Yeah.
Speaking in that way, how do you feel about the Russo brothers playing with your toys?
Well, it takes some adjusting, in terms of how we, work it all together. But I've been very fortunate to be, I'm close friends with the Russos. Of course, I work closely with Kevin and helping to oversee the cosmic properties in Marvel, and so it's been pretty fluid so far. So I hope that it stays that way. I'm knocking on wood. Do you knock on wood in Spain?
Huh?
Do you do that in Spain?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
same.
good.
Well,
Yeah.
we do that. It's the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Do you think a spin-off is possible for example, Groot and Rocket?
To do what?
Sorry?
Is it possible?
I'm
To
thinking
tell
of,
past stories
Yeah,
about
past
them.
story or to be team up by their own way.
For their own movie?
Another movie, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that, we always talk about, which characters could sustain a solo movie, whether it's Groot and Rocket, whether it's just Groot, whether it's just Rocket, whether it's, Nebula, is somebody who I get excited about. I think there's all sorts of interesting characters that we could do as a solo movie and do something really fun with. As long as it's the right story. That's the thing. That has to be the right story that works, as opposed to saying, this character would be great in a solo movie. That's fine, but what's the story,